Respected sadhakas, welcome. Let us continue our attempt for Shastra Dhyanam and come to know what should be the goal of life as and what is the means to achieve that. It is a relentless, continuous struggle practice between the Trigunaatmaka Prakriti in us and the intellect trying to know, understand that which is beyond. Unfortunately, for our life's sustenance, we have to be in the Trigunatmaka Jagat only. And while doing so, those Trigunas have always power to pull us down. To cooperate with them, we have the vasanas and habits of so many lives. So, knowing all that, negotiating with all that, all the time being in that consistent attempt and mood of trying to understand that which is beyond and trying to recognize it on the seat of meditation and abiding in it. These are the continuous, constant efforts. A matured, clearly understood sadhaka knowingly goes on doing. And when he goes on doing that way for some time, then the habit happens to him, wherein he is in the world only as long as it is required. Yet the world doesn't touch him, his inner ambitions of spiritual discovery. Such person alone can become subtler, deeper in his understanding of Shastra, in his attempts on the seat of meditation, and even in getting the glimpses of the experience. May we all that way be rise to that level of being in the world yet untouched and deeply involved in the pursuit of the truth. Let us start our day with our Veda Mantra Ucharana three times as we do every day, followed by Taittiriya Upanishad Adi Shankara Bhashya Yukta Adhyayanam. Then we do our Yoga Darshanam. Then during the daytime, Undaka Upanishad with Bhashyam. Then Bhagavad Gita for the youth we are having. Evening Bhagavatam, the Dwadasha Skandham, we will see how Bhagavan, as asked by Markandeya Rishiji, blesses him with the vision, terrible vision of Maya. Then in the 10th Skandha, we will see Bhagavan Krishna marrying all those 16,000 wives, women whom he sends to Dwaraka and marries them. In Adhyatma Ramayana, we were seeing yesterday how Sugriva is encouraging Lord Rama, who was feeling that how to cross this great ocean to reach to Lanka. Thus, the preparation for the going to Lanka and Yuddha with Ravanadi in the Yuddha Kandam we are seeing. So, to in our Ashtotara Ucharana Parayanam in the Dasha Mahavidyas, we have done 8 of them, 2 more are there. Then we will be doing the chanting of the Navadurga Ashtotara. So, we are doing the good things, better things, best things, but doing them in a better and best manner should be our attempt. For that, whatever the sacrifices we have to do, outer and inner, let us do. Whatever the tapasyas we have to do, our hard work, consistency, putting our faculties towards that, let us try to do. Let no outer inner obstacle obstruct us in this great path. Let us start. ॐ मधुवातारुतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्नः सन्तोषधीः मधुनक्तमुतोषसि मधुमत् पार्थिवगं रजः मधुद्यौरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुमागम् अस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ मधुवातारुतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्नः सन्तोषधीः मधुनक्तमुतोषसि मधुमत् पार्थिवगं रजः मधुद्यौरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुमागम् पतिर्मधुमागम् अस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ मधुवातारुतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्नः सन्तोषधीः मधुनक्तमुतोषसि मधुमत् पार्थिवगं रजः मधुद्यौरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुमागम् अस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ जगतीममितं कलिताकृतयो विचरन्ति महामहसच्चलतः हैमांशुरिवात्र विभासि गुरो भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधि साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। ॐ श्री वेदव्यास सद्गुरवे नमः। 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 ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। श्री वेदव्यास वैशम्पायने आज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्वशांति कल्याणार्थं ये भक्ताः अस्मिन् कर्मणि निष्ठिताः तेषां सर्वेषां सदा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थं श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय आरण्यक अंतर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः श्री आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम यस्मात् जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं। तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरचयिनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते। शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावीत् तद्वक्तारमावीत् आवीन्माम् आवीद्वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली अष्टमोऽनुवाकः। स यश्चायं पुरुषे यश्चासावादित्ये स एकः स य एवं विद अस्माल्लोकात् प्रेत्य एतमन्नमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रामते एतं प्राणमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रामते एतं मनोमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रामते एतं विज्ञानमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रामते एतमानन्दमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रामते तदप्येष श्लोको भवति. This is what is the conclusion of the Ashtama Anuvaka. We have exhaustively seen. In that, the Bhashyakara, while giving Tadapyesha Shloko Bhavati, to give the introduction to the ninth Anuvakam, what he said was Tam Etam Nirvikalpam Atmanam. Now, that Brahman, the self, which is now Nirvikalpa, one without second, Evam Kramena, in this system, as said from Brahmavida Apnot Param onwards, Evam Kramena Upasankramya. Upasankramya means Viditva. Viditva means knowing that it is there, that alone is there, that alone is reality, that reality alone am I. Everything else is only the imagination projection on it because of avidya. Then to prove, matlab to help us out, that to come up to the two understandings of Nirvikalpa Advaita Atma alone is real, everything else is avidya janita, to bring our attention to this understanding. Shruti Mata used the tactic of telling us that it is Paramatma only who has desired and who is the one who created world and who entered the world. So the desire of Paramatma to create the world, creation of the world by the Creator Paramatma, and his entry into it, all of that is only to bring to our cognition that all these are the avidya kalpita. What is actually is only one Brahman without any vikalpa is there all the time, and vidya of that removes that avidya. So to bring us to be qualified for the vidya, which removes the avidya, all these prakriyas of all these were explained. Other than this, more than this, there is no reality or purpose in all these explanations. Just like the entire life, whatever amount of years we live, whatever the upadhis we use, whatever the world we contact, the ultimate purpose is as we desire to be blissful, and that's possible in discovering our own self. In the same way, the Shruti Mata's attempt of explaining so exhaustively everything is only to bring to our notice these three things. One, through avidya only, everything is created. Two, the vidya removes that avidya. Third, when the vidya removed the avidya, the eternally existing, that Nirvikalpa Advaya Atma is experienced or realized. This is what the crux of Vedanta, to be again and again contemplated till it becomes one with us, natural to us. So, in this way, viditva, upaksankramya mit viditva, na bibheti kutaschana. There is no fear from him, from any of the reason, any of the cause. So, then the other side of it is what? Abhayam pratishtam vindyate. And he establishes in the abhaya anubhuti. So, from no reason he becomes afraid, and therefore he establishes in the fearless, blissful state. Who? Vidwan. What is a Vidwan? Word used here, Upasankramya. What is the Upasankramanam? Inditva, in this way, Nirvikalpam Atmanam Upasankramya. That Atma, which is a Nirvikalpa. What are the Vikalpa that are not there in the Atma or Brahman? Is the Drashtadrushya, or the Srushtikarta, Srushti, or the Ishvara and Jiva, or Karya and Karana, or the Samashti or Vyashti. All of these pairs of opposite Dvaita are superimposed on Ekameva Dvayam Brahma. The one who recognizes this with the process right from Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, he, because Kutahachana. There is nothing other than him to see for it to see. Therefore, there is no fear from him for him from anything else. Fear is not there. Therefore, Abhayam Pratishtam Vindate. He establishes in the Abhaya. That Abhaya is Moksha state. Here it is called as Abhaya Pratishtha. Somewhere it is called as uh, Advatiya Pratishtha, Nirvikalpa Pratishtha, Brahma Pratishtha, Atma Pratishtha. Any word used, all of that says this only. Now, etasmin arthe api, to convey this thing of this Krishna Yajurvedam Brahmana, we have the Rigveda mantra. Like in every of the Anuvaka, right from beginning, even for each of the kosha also, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, while talking on every kosha, having explained that by this Yajurveda, there was given a quotation from Rigveda to substantiate. So to say, all Vedas have Ekavakyata. So to say, the same thing is said in different places. So to say that that is the absolute truth. So to say, we have to contemplatively realize it, understand it, and on the seat of meditation, experience it. For that sake, tadapi esha sloko bhavati is said. Okay. Now, sarvasya eva asya prakaranasya, of this entire context, the prakarana which we are studying. What is that? Anandavalli Arthasya. The Anandavalli, Brahmanandavalli, Brahmavalli. That of this prakarana, Arthasya. The essential meaning of it, the summary of it entirely, Sankshevadaha, in a precise form, Prakashanaya, to indicate to us, Esha mantra bhavati, this mantra is there. Therefore, the two shades of this ninth Anuvaka are, first shade is to give the quotation for the what is said in the last of the portion regarding the one who does the Upasankramati, he will have no fear at all because there is no cause of fear. And the other shade of this ninth Anuvaka is it's summarizing to us the entire Anandavalli or Brahmavalli or Brahmanandavalli's main final theme. In this way, having given us the conclusion of the eighth Anuvaka, now we have to enter into the last Anuvaka of this most important, beautiful Brahmananda Valli. Let us chant it. Om Yato Vacho Nivartante Aprapya Manasa Saha Anandam Brahmano Vidvan Navibheti Kutaschaneti एतगं हवावन तपते किमहगं साधुना करवं किमहं पापमकरवमिति स य एवं विद्वानेते आत्मानग् स्पृणुते उवे ह्येवैष एते आत्मानग् स्पृणुते य एवं वेद इत्युपनिषत्. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Again. Om Yato Vacho Nivartante Aprapya Manasa Saha Anandam Brahmano Vidvan Navibheti Kutaschaneti Etagam Havavan Tapate Kimahagam Sadhuna Karavam Kimaham Papamakaravamiti सय एवं विद्वानेते आत्मानग् स्पृणुते उमे ह्येवैष एते आत्मानग् स्पृणुते य एवं वेद इत्युपनिषतो. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Beautiful conclusion. So the direct literal meaning, then through the Bhashya we'll study this ninth last Anuvakam. So yataha vachaha nivartante. From that Parabrahma Tattva, the Vani returns back. aprapya, having not obtained him, manasasaha, along with its own support called as mind. So the Vani and Mana return from that Brahman aprapya without recognizing. Now the same things we have seen in different Upanishads in different way. You remember in that Kena Upanishad, in the beginning also it is said, Na tatra chakshur gacchati nevag gacchati. And during the Yaksha Upakyanam, what was shown that the Varuna, Ayu, Indra, Vayu, Agni, etc. went and failed, and Indra went and got stuck up there. What is said there in that language, what is said here in this language, language is different, but the theme is same. Each Upanishad puts it differently, but the thing put is same. So, what is the literal meaning? Manasasaha yataha vachaha aprapya nivartante. Along with the mind, the Vani returns from the Brahman, not knowing the Brahman, in attempt to know the Brahman. First sentence. Then, Anandam Brahmanaha Vidwan. The one who knows the Ananda of the Brahma or Brahmananda or Ananda Swarupa Brahma, na biveti kutaschana. He has no fear from anything. Etagam na tapati. To that person, to that Brahman, the Jiva or Sadhaka, I realized the saint, the Mukshu, the Mukta Purusha, the Gnani, na bibeti kutaschana, the one who has no fear from anything, to him, these two never do the tapasya, I mean the scorching. These two things never trouble him. These two things never make him suffer. So again I am saying right from the beginning, Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha, that is the Brahman from where the Vani and Mana return by not able to recognize that Brahman. That is Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. Second, Anandam Brahmanaha Vidwan. The one who is the experiencer of the Brahma Ananda. Not the reflected Ananda up to the Brahma Deva Upadhis, which we have seen. No. The Brahmana Ananda Vidvan. The one who has experienced the Ananda Brahman with the process which was indicated so far. For him, what will happen? Na viveti kutaschana. He will no more be afraid of anything. That means what? We all are struggling to get Ananda. And while doing that struggle to get Ananda, there is always a fear, will I get or not, will I get or not. Even it comes, will it come in the sufficient quantity or not? Fear. Even it comes, will it stay permanently or not? So arrival, quantity and permanency. These are the fears regarding Ananda for which we are struggling. This Brahma Ananda is arrival. Why? Because it is my own self. Therefore, the first answer is answered. Question is answered. Will it be achieved by me or not? There is no doubt regarding it because it is you only. Then, is that quantity enough or not? This being Brahman being infinite, that Ananda is infinite. Then will this Ananda get reduced or go away? No. This Brahman being eternal, the Ananda of the Brahman is eternal. Therefore, the pursuit of Ananda followed by the fear of Ananda, both of them are not there. Therefore, na bibheti kutaschana. So, I am blissful self Brahman. My bliss is infinite, and this infinite bliss of me is never reducible, never perishable. Therefore, for what I have to be afraid? Therefore, na bibheti kutaschana. Reverse of it what? Till this Brahman is recognized, he will be bibheti, is afraid throughout life. That fear inside only expresses as the desire, anxiety, tension, working outside, waiting for the result, depending on something or the other, the person or place or condition. All this put together is samsara. And all this has come from where? From the avidya. Avidya is what? I am that Brahman who is nature by nature is blissful. When I have understood intellectually and on the seat of Nididhyasanam, I have experienced my own Brahma Swarupa. That is the meaning of ki Anandam Brahmano Vidvan. When I know that all this samsara not only goes away, the negative, positively, I am that blissful self when it is known. When these two are accomplished, na viveti kutaschana. There will be no fear in him. Fear is equal to everything called as samsara. So he will not have fear of death, fear of deception, fear of misery. None of them will be there. Na vibhede kutaschana. Not only that, etagam habhava na tapati. These two things will never trouble him, never cause tapa to him, dukkha to him. What are the two things? Kikimahagam sadhana akaravam. That why didn't I do good? साधु आम किम न अकरवम. मैंने अच्छे चीज जीवन में क्यों नहीं किया? दिस रिग्रेट, द सिन ऑफ ओमिशन विल नेवर ट्रबल हिम. Then the other one is sin of wrong commission, called as kim aham papam akaravam. Why did I do the papam? Why did not I give it up? These two things na tapata will never touch that Brahma Jnani. Reverse karo usko. Therefore, the one who has not discovered his Brahma Atma Swarupa, for him, living at the Jiva level with the Upadhi, how much ever he tries, sadhu doing will not happen through him. Somewhere or the other, he will be failing in doing the sadhu, definitely. Then that regret and guilt of not doing the sadhu or good or the dharma or the righteous thing will definitely give him the dukkha, tapati. So, to somehow or the other, wantingly or unwantingly, knowingly or unknowingly, he will do the papam. Then the glani of papa, ki why did I do the sin? Along with the result of papa will not leave him. Therefore, the three things: sadhu karanam, papa akaranam, bhayarahityam, which are actually the ultimate achievements by a sadhaka or a jiva or a human being are achieved fully only in the Brahma Ananda Prapti. Ananda Swarupa Brahma Prapti. Minus that, if Atma Brahma Anubhava not gained, even if you have done all the other variety of yajna, upasana, sadhanas, and reach even up to the Brahma Deva, Virat Purusha, Brahma Loka, still there will be these three things troubling. Sadhu akaranam, papa karanam, bhayam. Therefore, precisely in this way, through the mantra, what is entire samsara, entire moksha, it is explained. Samsara is doing bad, not doing good, and fear. And moksha is doing good, not doing bad, and fearlessness. Doing bad, not doing good, and fear are born out of avidya. Vidya removes them. Therefore, in this person, doing good, not doing bad, fearlessness eternally remains. And more precisely, what is doing good? Knowing the self only. What is not doing bad? Not identifying the not self only. What is the fearlessness? Discovering that there is only one truth, one without second reality. In theory, first through again and again studying, and through meditation on the seat of meditation through experience. So see how beautiful is this Anuvaka. That is why this is said to be the summary of the entire Brahmananda Valli. Yato vacho nivartante abrapya manasa saha. Mind and speech, which are the illuminators of the object of the world, cannot illuminate the subject, the Brahma self. Therefore, nivartante. Then what to do? Don't employ them. Then go beyond them through dhyanam. Then discover what? Anandam Brahmano Vidvan. Know that Ananda Swarupa Brahma as your own self. The result is what? Na bibheti kutaschaneti. There is no fear to him from any reason. Not only that, etagam, these two, na tapataha. Sorry, etagam havava na tapati. Huh? These two things will not do the tapana to him. One is what? Kimahagam sadhu na akaravam. Why I have not done good? Means what? Till Brahma Jnana is obtained, good, not doing good, that regret will not go. So to kimahagam papamakaramam iti, the guilt of doing bad will also not go. Therefore, any punya done but not Paramatma known, still the satisfaction will not be there. All papa avoided, but yet Brahman is not gained, still the papa remains. Therefore, the highest papa is what? Not knowing the Paramatma. Highest punya is what? Knowing Paramatma. That is why Sukrutam. Yadvai tat sukrutam raso vai saha rasagga hevayam labdva anandi bhavati. That sukrutam, this papa punyam, we have to connect. This Upanishad Adhyayanam with the Bhashya, it is a great exercise where totally dipped in it, immersed in it, submerged in it, submerged in it. So vigorously, exhaustively, we have to do the study, Baila, Dusra, Tisra, Anuvaka, and their connection, their relation. In this way, when we do for few months, then the essence of it comes to us. Itna हमने नहीं किया. We only struggled to see the main mantra and the Bhashyakara's Bhashya in the class. Beyond the class, where did we try to get the gist and essence of the entire Valli or the Upanishad? So first attempt, first round, we are like that. Second, third job karenge, we will do in such a great manner that the each Anuvaka, each Valli's entire essence is in our understanding. Pakka, theoretical. Then embark on the practical front also till the actual experience comes. So, first point is what? Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa. Second, anandam brahmana vidwan na bibheti kudaschan. Not only that, etagaham abhava na tapati. What are they? Kimahagam sadhu na akaravam, kimahagam papam akaravam iti. Then, sahaya evam vidwan ete atmanagga smrute. The one who this way recognizes that the Papa Punya doesn't touch him. He is the only one. Atmanam Sprunite. He will please the Atma. He will court the Atma. He will be blessed by the Atma. He becomes one with that Atma. Atmanagga Sprunite matlab Prinayati. He is the one who touches the core of the Atman. Uvehi eva yeshayate Atmanagga Sprunite. So too, the one who knows that these two don't touch the Atma, they alone touch the Atma. Those who make these two touch the Atma, they are at these two level, not the Atma level. So what it means therefore, Punyatma and Papatma is a Jivatma. Paramatma is neither Jivatma, nor Punyatma, nor Papatma. Evam Veda. This is what ultimately to be known. Iti Upanishad. This is how the Brahma Vidya is taught to you. Brahma Ananda Marga is taught to you. Oh, my dear disciples. This is how in this Taittiriya Upanishad, the Brahma Ananda Valli, the second one, concludes. And this has to be rigorously done in coordination with Guru and Saha Adhyayis and Shruti Mata and also Parabrahma. Therefore, conclusion mein Om Sahana Bhavatu mantra is chanted. May we both be protected. Avadu Sahanau Bhunaktu. May we both cherish this being together and studying Shastra. Sahaviryam Karavavahai. May before learning and after learning the knowledge put our due efforts. Before learning the knowledge, for learning the knowledge, we put effort. After theoretically learning the knowledge, to experience it, we put the efforts. Sahaviryam Karavai. Tejasvi now adhitam astu. Let us study this bright and brilliant knowledge. And that bright and brilliant knowledge, when we study, let that make us bright and brilliant. Let us study bright and brilliant knowledge. Let studied knowledge make again us bright and brilliant. Like let me study the doctorate and let the doctor study make me doctor. है कि नहीं? मुझे पढ़ना है लॉयर, वो लॉयर पढ़ाई, मुझे लॉयर बनाना है. So to whatever I have studied, let it be the ultimate, great, bright, brilliant knowledge, and that should make me bright, brilliant. Means it should show its result. The knowledge should liberate us. Therefore, it should liberate us. What is the meaning of Now Adhitam Tejasvi Astu. What we study should be the bright, brilliant knowledge of Brahman. That bright, brilliant knowledge studied by us should bring that brilliance of liberation, brilliance of bliss, brilliance of wisdom expressed through us. And finally, because there's nobody like you and me in the whole universe, there can never be any chance for dvesha. Therefore, ma vidvishavahi. There is no even a trace of dvesha possible, because for the dvesha there should be the need of dvaita. There is no trace of dvaita that is possible, because what we have discussed and found is the ekameva advayam brahma. So let us not hate each other throughout our study and sadhana kala. Through that, when we discover the Brahman, even if we want, we cannot hate each other, because we are not two. When there are two, one hates the other. When only one without second, who will hate whom? Kimichan kasya kamaya shariram anusanjvarayat, or tato navijugupsate, as we studied in all our other Upanishads also. So this is what is this Navama Anuvaka. Without Bhashya we studied. Now the same thing with Bhashya we study. Clear? Okay. Now first portion. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha anandam aprapya manasa saha anandam brahmano vidvan na vibheti kutascha neti. For this particular sentence, we will study the Bhashyam. Very cute, very wonderful. What we said, the meaning was the direct word to word meaning. Bhashyakara gives us the deeper consequences of this meaning or understanding. And he just makes our intellect single pointed and sharp and subtle. How? When we try to understand his Bhashya. देखो भगवान शंकर का भाष्य या मेन श्रुति ग्रंथों का पढ़ने के समझने का प्रयत्न में ही हमारा बुद्धि जो है ना सूक्ष्म शुद्ध एकाग्र बनता है. The two ways: remove rajotamo and study shastra with sattva, or keep on studying shastra. Sattva guna will grow, it will remove the rajas and tamas. We can try that also, we can try this also. We are doing the second one here in our intense attempt to understand the Upanishad mantra through Bhashya. We are developing Sukshmata and Sattaguna in us, which automatically eliminates the Raja and Tama. That's the greatest benefit. And remember, these Rajas Tamas are entertained by us from millions of lives. So for completely सब कुछ एक ही बार पूरा नहीं जाता, वो घटता रहता है. It will reduce its too much overpowering influence on us. That's what will be the achievement. And slowly when we near to the reality, then everything of this Maya, the Triguna, we transcend from its influence. Thereafter, the same Maya or Triguna, we have to function in the world. Because when we have to live in this world in the Vyavahara level, for Vyavahara, the Triguna, the Maya is required, but without binding me. Anyway, so yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha anandam brahmano vidvan na vibheti kutascha neti. This is the first thing we learn. Then edagam havavana davati kimahagam sadhana garavam kimahagam papamakaravamiti say evam vidvanete atmanaggasprunate. Like that, three parts. The first one, what are we studying? Yato vacho nivartante अप्राप्य मनसा सहा. इसको भाष्यकार के भाष्य में, उनके भाष्य में हम पढ़ रहे. तो यतः, यतः मीन्स फ्रॉम हूम, जहां से, जिनसे वाणी वापस हो जाती है. यतः मीन्स द फिफ्थ केस, एब्लेटिव केस, फ्रॉम हूम. एंड हु इज दैट हूम? Is Brahman only. But then, as what we studied in this Brahmananda Valli about the Brahman, just to remind to us and to summarize us, the Bhashyakara brings a few words to summarize and tell us what is that Brahman. This is the purpose of Bhashya. His Medas is so powerful that all through the commentary, everything of the whole Upanishad, right from beginning till end, all he remembers all the time. Not like us, what is said 10 minutes back is forgotten now. What is said yesterday is gone into history only. That is because of Rajotamo. जो शुद्ध सतगुण है 20 साल पहले की बात भी याद होती है, गीता की बात, नॉट लड़ाई की बात. So यतः मीन्स यस्मात्. यस्मात् मीन्स व्हाट? देखो इतना बढ़िया है कि निर्विकल्पात्, यथोक्षर लक्षणात्, अद्वयात्, आनंदात्, आत्मनः और ब्रह्मणः. यतः मीन्स जहां से मीन्स आत्मा से मीन्स ब्रह्म से. वाणी and mana return without knowing. But that yataha, the Atman, the Brahman, here Bhagavan is explaining in 4 words. That should be the crux. That is what an intelligent student catches it. An intelligent teacher gives. Beta, do you know the mind and Vani returns from that Brahman without obtaining Brahman? It is good to say, easy to literally translate. But what is that Brahman? We should remember. What? That is the purpose of whole study. Our purpose is not to talk whether the body will go or not, the mind will go or not. Our purpose is Brahman. So Brahman should be remembered, not the other things. So therefore, yataha means yasmat कहते हुए उस ब्रह्म से, उस आत्मा से. What is that Brahma? What is that Atma? 4 words are used. See, beauty of it is nirvikalpat, then yathokta lakshanat, then advayat, then anandat. Therefore, these 4 have to be digested by us as the essence of the Brahman and the Valli, which talk about Brahman. This is how the Brahman has to be understood and experienced. First one, Nirvikalpa. Very clear. In Brahman, for any reason of any type, Vikalpa is not at all there. For any reason, any type of Vikalpa is not there. Vikalpa means Dvaita, Dvandva. Okay. Alternative. 2 ways. So what are the Vikalpa we have seen? Ishvara Jiva Vikalpa. Srushti Karta and Srushti Vikalpa. Samashti Vyashti Vikalpa. Karana Karya Vikalpa. These are all there in our discussion generally. So Nirvikalpa means that where these 2 are not there. Now this Nirvikalpata, where it is said in the earlier Anuvakas, very recent, latest only it is said. What was that? Sayaschayam Burushe Yascha Savaditye Sayekaha. That which is there in this Purusha, the Jiva, that which is there in that Aditya, which is Samashti, is Ekaha. Therefore, Nirvikalpa. Then what is the position of the Vikalpa which we see? It's only imagined. It is only projected. Then that imagination, projection, given reality. This is called avidya. This is called delusion. And under that avidya and delusion, after that giving reality to the Dvaita, then we alone are becoming responsible to deal with the Dvaita, with the variety of emotions of Niraga, Dvesha, Kama, Krodha, Adi, and creating the whole havoc of samsara. It's just like one waking mind becoming 2, the dreamer and dream world. Then the dreamer taking himself and the dream world as real. Thereafter, in the dream world, whatever the things and beings are there, towards him, the dreamer, towards them, this dreamer has got variety of feelings of Shatrutha and Mitrata and Raga and Dvesha. Then he is dealing like that and he is experiencing the consequences of Sukha Dukkha. So the final consequences are Sukha Dukkha. That is depending on doing good or bad. That depends on taking the world as your friend or enemy. That depends on giving reality to the world and giving reality to yourself. Both of them depend on the ignorance that I am the waker in whom all these are not at all possible. Dekho Maharaj. With the example of the dream, we can clearly understand this, what is said here about the waking world also. Therefore, from that Brahman, the Vani Mana return. Which is that Brahman? One, Nirvikalpat. Wherever, whenever we are living the life of Vikalpa, we are substantiating ignorance, we are going away from the absolute Brahman. Think about it. Let the Vikalpa be there in Vyavahara, but not in absolute. Don't give absolute value or reality to it. How do we do the reality, Vikalpa ko reality dena? When we expect something from it. The moment we expect, we are given reality. Expectation will never end till we discover our own Ananta Brahma Ananda Swarupa. But reduce the expectations and be qualified to know the Brahman. After knowing Brahman, you are infinite. There is nothing to expect. Therefore, there are no vikalpas required. It's all chain reaction. It is an interconnection. Like in that Yoga Darshanam also, yesterday we saw how Samadhi Bhavanartha Klesha Tanukarnarthascha cyclic way they were told. Today also we'll touch it. So, what is that Brahman from whom Vani Mana returns without knowing him? First one, Nirvikalpa. Second one, what? Yatha Ukta Lakshanat. And what is the Yathokta Lakshana of the Brahman? The very second sentence of the first Anuvaka of the Brahmananda Valli. What is Lakshana? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Same thing again in the sixth Anuvaka. What is that? In the sixth Anuvaka, what we were told about Brahman? Yes. Yada eva etasmin adrishye anatme anirukte anilayane. In the beginning, Satyam Jnanam Anantam. That is the Swarupa's direct Lakshanas. The Tatastha Lakshanas is Adrishye Anatme Anirukte Anilayane. These are the ones which are the Lakshana of Brahmana. So from this Lakshana Yukta Brahma, the Mana and Vani come back without knowing. So Yathokta Lakshanat, Yatho means Yasmat means Nirvikalpat Brahmanaha. Second one is Yathokta Lakshanat Brahmanaha. Third one what? Advayat. Advaya. Such Brahmans cannot be one per head. That Satyam cannot be two Satyam, no? If two are there, one should be opposite to the other. So if one is Satyam, other should be Asatyam. Two Jnapti or Jnanam cannot be there. If they are there, they should be opposite to each other. If that is so, if one is Jnanam, one other should be Ajnanam. Two Anantams cannot be there, is it not? If they are there, they should be opposite to each other. If one is Anantam, another is Santam. Therefore, this Satyam Jnanam Anantam, Lakshana Yukta Brahma. So to Adrishye, Anatme, Anirukte, Anilayane, Lakshana Brahma cannot be two. It has to be Advayam only. So therefore, Advaya, Satyam Jnanam Anantam, and then Vikalparahita is Brahma Lakshana. Third one. Now the fourth one is what? Ananda Atmanaha. The one whose beat and faith. Self itself is Ananda. Brahma Deva in his Antakarana gets Ananda reflected of Brahman because of his highest level of the Shuddhi of the Antakarana. But Brahma, not Brahma, Parabrahma का आनंद और कहीं से आता नहीं. Remember, he himself is Ananda Swarupa. Therefore, here it is called Ananda Atmana. So, from that Atma or Brahma, whose Swarupa itself is Ananda, in which there is no Dvaita, which is the Satyam Jnanam Anantam Lakshana Yukta, and which is the first one of Vikalparahita. From that Brahman, what is that? Vachaha Nivartante. What is Vachaha? Vacha means words, speeches. It's plural it is. Vak vacha, vaniya, vani, ek se zyada. Shabd, where it have the shabdas. Because when you talk, when you don't talk one word only, no, we keep on using so many words. So vacha means speeches, words. So vacha, what are the speeches? Be attentive. Abhidhanani. Words are only the indicators, the names. Words are the indicators or the names. Of what? Of whom? To whom you can give name, which can be uttered with the words, which can be through the transaction vocal be communicated to with that is dravya adi savikalpa vastu vishayani. The dravya means the outer objects. Dravya adi. Dravya ho gaya gross matter. Adi means the emotions of the mind, the perceptions of the senses, then the concepts of the intellect. They are called as adi. So dravya means the tables, the chairs, whatever you see. Adi means other than that, what is perceived by the mind as emotions. When you love someone, with the words you can say, I love you, because you are seeing them in the mind, that emotion. So, to intellectually, I understood it very clearly. So, the intellectual concepts, my mental feelings, vocal, what do you say, the Shabda Sparsha Rasagandha, outer objects, whatever we see, they can be spoken by the words. So, that's the meaning of Dravya Adi. Then, in all of them, Sa Vikalpa Vastu Vishayani. The speech talks about the Vikalpa Yukta only, where there are manyness. And the purpose of the Vani is only that to indicate this as separate from the other, because there are two. You have to differentiate. Like beta एक ही है तो you only use the word beta. But दो तीन है तो then बड़ा बेटा, मझला बेटा, छोटा बेटा. Is it not? तो द शब्द का अर्थ ही पर्पस ही विकल्प को निर्देश करने के लिए होता है. And required शब्द in the world of duality. So therefore, the Vani, which is required to indicate the Vikalpa. Both ways, Vani creates the Vikalpa and the existing Vikalpa is made recognized by the Vani. And where do we find the Vikalpa? In the Dravya Adi. In the objects of the world, in the emotions of the mind, in the understandings of the intellect, there are the Vikalpas. To enlighten those Vikalpas or to speak out those Vikalpas, the speech works. That is the meaning of Vani. You understood? तो वाणी का डेफिनेशन और पर्पस दोनों हमको यहाँ भाष्यकार जी के द्वारा दिया गया है. So vachaha means abhidhanani. Of what? Abhidhanani means names, indicators. Of what? Dravya adi. Dravya etc. etc. Sakala vikalpa vastu vishayani. सकल विकल्प वस्तुओं को इंडिकेट करने वाले शब्द है कि नहीं. It is both ways, I am saying. Wherever there are vikalpas, then the Vani has to be used to indicate this to be other than that. Two houses are there. Then when you have to tell which is your house, you have to use the Vani. एक ही है तो कहीं जाना नहीं, घुसी जाते. चलो यार हम अपने घर जाते हैं, घर की टू योर फ्रेंड इन द आउटस्कर्ट्स ऑफ द विलेज. एक ही घर है वहाँ. अरे कौन सा है तुम्हारा घर? इट विल नॉट बी आस्क्ड बिकॉज देयर नो टू. इज इट नॉट? चलो चलते हैं कार में. नो, ओनली वन कार इज पार्क्ड देयर. तो कौन से कार में बैठेंगे? ऐसी वाणी का उत्पत्ति नहीं होती है, जरूरत नहीं होता. बट व्हेन देयर आर टू कार्स, कौन सा वाला? इज इट नॉट? टू हाउसेस, कौन सा हाउस? सो दी विकल्प है तो वाणी का जरूरत होता है. And the whole world outer other than Brahman is vikalpa yukta, therefore the Vani is necessary there. So those words or speeches or the Vani, which are the ones which are used for indicating abhidhanani indicating what? Dravyadi, starting with the outer gross objects, emotions of the mind, concepts of the intellect, which are all savikalpa vastu. They are all the objects which are which have got manyness. So, savikalpa vastu vishayani dravyadi abhidhanani vachaha, such words, what happens to them? Those things, vastu samanyat. Vastu samanyat what? There is no differentiation in the Brahman. Like there are two Brahmans, or the Brahman is have got this color or that color or this form or that. In no Vishamata at all in the Brahman. The Samanya, the Vastu being, the self being, the Brahman being Samanya. See, remember, ये देखो वाणी बीच में है, इस तरफ ब्रह्म है, इस तरफ द्वैत वस्तु है. So the Vani's purpose is to illuminate the Vikalpaspada Vastus, which are Dravya Adi. Only in that field the Vani works. Now that Vani, when it tries to speak about the Brahman, in which all those things, when they are present, the Vani can speak. They are not there. How can the Vani speak? जो जो चीजों को देखकर वाणी प्रवृत्त होती है, वो चीजें इधर नहीं है, तो वाणी प्रवृत्त नहीं होगी ना. तो वाणी प्रवृत्ति होने के लिए क्या चाहिए? आपको द्रव्य आदि चाहिए और विकल्प चाहिए. So, what is this Brahman? It is Samanya. It is one homogeneous thing. There is no gross objects, the subtle emotions, subtle most intellectual concepts. In this way, the Dravya are not there. That is the Samanyata of the Brahma Vastu. The other Samanya is what? There are no Vikalpa in that Brahman. As I said to you, Patla Brahman, Dubla Brahman, Kala Brahman, Pila Brahman. ऐसे कोई नहीं है. And then Brahman is in this way, that way. You cannot use any of the parameters that are there in Brahman. Because of these two reasons, means Vani can function in this field. That field is not there in Brahman. Therefore, in Brahman, the Vani cannot function. Therefore, transcend the Vani. Actually, that is the indication. Don't depend on the Vani. Through the Vani, what you know is only Shabda Brahma, not Parabrahma. Parabrahma is beyond Vani. So, that Vani, which is the illuminator of the Dravya, which is the illuminator of the Vikalpa, when it is employed in trying to know the Brahman, which is the Brahman, that is said here. Vastu Samanyat, again, which was said earlier only, Nirvikalpe Advaye Abhibrahmani. That Brahman, which has got no Vikalpa or alternative or manyness, Advaya, which is one without second, in that Brahmani, listen carefully. Prayoktrubihi prakashanaya prayujyamanani. Prayoktrubihi, the speakers. Prakasha, prakashanaya, to illuminate. Prayujyamanani, even if he struggles to use the words, the word user, to illuminate that Brahmana, aprapya, aprakashya, without indicating or without illuminating that Brahma, eva nivartante, comes back the words. So the speaker is trying to use the words to speak about Brahman. He fails in doing so and he comes back. The speech comes back. It cannot reach. Like sometimes, some anubhavas are there. For that, there is no vocabulary. Sometimes some simile, some comparison you bring and try to communicate to that fellow, other person. In the same way, the Brahman is such a great sublime Nirvikalpa and Advaya Vastu that how much ever you try to talk with the speech says, sorry, that is not my field. I indicate the names and I differentiate the qualities. Parabrahman is beyond all the names, beyond all the qualities. How can I indicate? I function there, I cannot. Therefore, it comes back. So the in Kena Upanishad, what is said, all the devatas together, Jata Veda, Etad Vijanihi. They told, hey, Agni, you go and see who is that Yaksha. तमभ्यद्रवतु तदभ्यवदतु कोऽसीति अग्निर्वा अहमस्मीति जातवेदा वा अहमस्मीति तस्मिन् त्वयि किं वीर्यमिति अपि सर्वम् इदं दहेयमिति देन् तृणं निदधौ एतद् दहेति तदुपप्रियाय सर्वजवेन तन्न शशाक अदग्धुं स तत एव निववृते न एतदशकं दग्धुं यक्षमिति विज्ञातुं यक्षमिति देन् अथ वायुमब्रुवन् वायवे तद्विजानीहि किमेतद्यक्षमिति तदेति तदभ्यद्रवतु तमब्रवतु कोऽसीति वायुर्वा अहमस्मीति मातरिश्वा वा अहमस्मीति तस्मिन् त्वयि किं वीर्यमिति अपि सर्वमिदम् आददीयमिति तस्मै तृणं निदधौ एतदादत्स इति तदुपप्रायाय सर्वजवेन तन्न शाका आदातुं स तथैव निवृते नैतदशकम् एतद्यक्षं विज्ञातुमिति अथेन्द्रमब्रुवन् मघवन् एतद्विजानीहि किमेतद्यक्षमिति तदेति तदभ्यद्रवतु तदभ्यब्रवतु स तस्मात् तिरोदधे स तस्मिन्नेवाकाशे श्रीमा जगाम Uma Mahimavatim. You see all the Yakshopakyana in the Kenopanishad? What is said there? The Agni returned. Is the Vani returns. Because the speech is from the fire. The fire's Lakshana is speech. The fire is speech. The speech ka Agni hi devata hai. Vacho Vahani hi devata. So the Brahman cannot be indicated by the words. Words fail to indicate the Brahman and they come back. यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य. First line is understood now. कि अप्राप्य अप्रकाश एव निवर्तन्ते and then स्वसामर्थ्यात् हीयन्ते. कि all its words, abilities exhausting, everything they get exhausted, but it will not be indicated, the Brahman. स्वसामर्थ्यात् हीयते means what? वो शर्म होकर वापस आता है कि I tried my best to indicate, but it is not indicatable. क्योंकि कोई भी जाति द्रव्य गुण इत्यादि लक्षण रखता है जिसमें विकल्प है उसी का शब्द निर्वचन कर सकता है. ब्रह्मन इज सच ए थिंग बियॉन्ड ऑल which word you can use to talk about it? No word. Even the word Brahman which we use to the Brahman, Atman we use only because there is no other alternative than this to communicate, we use it. Again, the experience of electricity is different from the word electricity and the word shock. Again, in that experience of shock of electricity, is the word electricity and shock there? Can these two things reach there? But these words we are used to communicate. अरे वहाँ बिजली है रे वो शॉक लगेगा. When somebody tells us, no, we understand something else, not the bijli and shock, something which is indicated. Some word is to be used, therefore it is used, but these words are never near to that bijli. It's an अनुभूति. लेकिन कुछ अनुभवों का आप व्यक्तिकरण कर सकते हो जो सामान्य है. But the Brahman is such thing which can never come under any outer experiences. It is not available for words. Therefore, yato vacho nivartante. Now, what are the beautiful true things achieved through the study, through the Bhashyam? One, the Brahman is explained. To be what? Nirvikalpa, Yatokshta Lakshana, Advaya and Ananda Swarupa. Second is the job of the Vani is explained. The Vani does the Prakashanam, illumination of what? Dravya Adi Savikalpa. Brahman is neither Dravya nor Vikalpa Yukta. Therefore, Prayoktrubhihi Prayujyamanani api Vachaha Prakashanaya Aprakasha eva Nivartante. So Samarthyat Chavante Hiyante. See? वस्तु सामान्यात् निर्विकल्पे अद्वये अपि ब्रह्मणि प्रयोक्तृभिः प्रकाशनाय प्रयुज्यमानानि. प्रयोक्तृभिः the users of the word, प्रकाशमानाय to indicate that Brahman, प्रयुज्यमानानि as much as he goes on trying to talk about it, aprapya, without obtaining, means aprakashya, without illuminating that Brahman, eva nivartante, the words will come back. Swasamarthyat hiyante means they all power it puts, but it cannot succeed. देखो, therefore Brahman defined is Brahman defined. You cannot define Paramatma. It is an Anubhuti. But communication ke liye we use the word. But don't get stuck up at the word level, even the word's meaning level. Like Brahman is Ananda Swarupa. What is the use of that meaning known to us? That Ananda ka Anubhuti हमको होना चाहिए. Brahman is Chit Swarupa. What is the use of that explanation? That Chit Swarupa Brahma, I have to experience it. No? Okay. So यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य. That much is explained so far. अभी mind को अभी तक लाए नहीं. मनसा सह. Why the मनसा सह कहा? Separately you can do, no? यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ति, यतः मनसा मनः निवर्तते. अलग अलग कर सकते हैं. श्रुति मात्र जोड़कर क्यों बोला? शंकर भगवान उसको भी नहीं छोड़ेंगे. वो भी वो एक्सप्लेन करते. So in this next para we'll explain what is the vyapara of the mana, how Vani and mana go together. And together they went and both of them failed and came. In illuminating the Brahman, the speech by the words, the mind by any of the thoughts. So now Vani ka vishay hai Parabrahma, now Vritti ka vishay hai Parabrahma. Here mana means thoughts, the Vrittis. Not sentiments or emotions. Sentiments or emotions are the contents of the Vritti. Like names and forms are contents of Vritti. Brahman cannot be caught by any Vritti of the mana or chitta. That is why चित्तवृत्ति निरोध करो तभी जाकर स्वरूप अवस्थानम. देखो ब्रह्म ज्ञान नहीं हमको चाहिए, ब्रह्म अनुभूति चाहिए. Because then only we get moksha from the Brahma Jiva. Now second paragraph. Manah iti pratyaha. Mana means a thought. And through that thought, what is that? Vijnanam. A thing is known, knowledge. So the jnana vritti is mana here. So generally mana or chitta is same. It is a vritti and vritti is jnana only. So that is what we saw in our yoga darshanam. The 5 vrittis are nothing but the jnana only. Pramana, viparya, vikalpa, nidra, smrutaya, panchavrittaya. वृत्तियों का उद्देश्य क्या है? हमको ज्ञान दिलाना ही है ना, है कि नहीं? ये तो छोड़ने वाला है. मनः इति प्रत्ययः. Pratyaya means thought. Vijnanam, which gives the vijnana, a specific understanding about something. Pure Brahman is Jnapti Swarupa. It is not a thoughtful objective knowledge. It is thought free, subjective experiences, the Jnapti Swarupa Brahman. The other things which are known through the Vrittis are the Vishesha Yukta Jnana, which is again specified. Color kaho, sound kaho, ityad. No relation अभी पता चला है कि नहीं? Color and sound etc. are the vrittis of the mana, and the objects in the vritti of the mana. For the communication and indication sake, the Vani is used. Like when I say it is a chair, the chair is an object. Of that I have a jnanam in my mana in the form of vritti. That in my mana, in the vritti, that chair jnanam is there. Okay. Then I use the word chair to communicate to you. This is a chair. sit on the chair. So you listening to that word, again that word create the vritti in the mana. You are chair ki baat keh rahe, then you go and sit. There's a close sambandha between Vani and Mana. That's what we are trying to understand. So, Manaha iti pratyaha vijnanam. Clear? Vijnanam is specified knowledge, not the generalized consciousness. Vijnanam. Tatcha yatra avidhanam pravrittam. Okay. That mind's vritti will function where the Vani functions. Avidhanam pravrittam. Isn't it? Like I told you the chair, the अभिधान प्रवृत्त हुआ पर उसके कारण आपके मन में वृत्ति बना कि नहीं. सो वृत्ति से वाणी बनता है, वाणी से वृत्ति बनता है. दे गो टुगेदर. सो मनः इति प्रत्ययः विज्ञानं तच्च यत्र अभिधानं प्रवृत्तं. पॉइंट 1. पॉइंट 2, अतीन्द्रिये अपि अर्थे तदर्थे च. Sometimes some things which are not indriya vyapara yukta, beyond the indriya. ओके. इंद्रिय व्यापारों से परे वाला भी जो होता है, प्रवृत्तम अपि अर्थे तदर्थे च प्रवर्तते प्रकाशनाय. Is it not? The mind functions in all the indriya pravritta, shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha adi, and also all the vocally spoken. And mind also indicates the atindriya vishayas. Atindriya vishayas generally means what? The dukkha, sukha. They are one meaning of atindriya vishaya. When you take indriya means shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. But if you put the mana buddhi also into the antarindriya, then atindriya vishayas are not the feelings of the mind or intellectual understanding, but they are like what are indicated in the Shastra about the Swarga, about the Naraka, about the Patala Loka. They are all atindriya vishayas. Nobody has seen them. But when somebody tells us, Guru and all, we in the mind form some understanding about it so strongly that to reach to that Swarga, we even do variety of yajnas, etc., upasanas, etc. So therefore, mind functions where the words function. Mind functions where the indriyas function. Mind functions where the atindriya vishayas are there also. So that is the meaning of ki tatcha yatra avidanam pravrittam atindriye api arthe tadarte cha pravartate prakashanaya, to illuminate. So mind functions, mind illuminates atindriya vishayas, indriya gosha vishayas. In that indriyas, the vani gochara vishaya also. Obviously, no, if the mind is not there, how can the word spoken is meaningful? It is like in nidra, somebody is doing prajalpanam. So to anything in through the indriyas perceived, if the mind is not there in which that perception is formed as a thought, that thing cannot be known. Like a sound through the ears. Indriya. Now, if that sound through ear doesn't form a vritti in the mana, will we be able to know it? We can't know. That's why we are concentratedly listening to something. Other sounds are there. We are not aware. Like when you are listening to this class with concentration, 10 hours, so many sounds are happening around you. अब अगर घर में है, कुकर का साउंड हो रहा है, ये वाला वो वाला हो रहा है, बट आप नहीं सुनते because you are here focusing. Your mind through your ears is focused here only. Other sounds are there, mind is not there, therefore it can't be listened. Therefore, without the mana, the indriya vritti cannot be known. So too the vani pravritti cannot be done. Without the mind, like without my mind here, do you think I can talk all these words? I say blabbering थोड़ी करते हो. So मनः इति प्रत्ययः विज्ञानं तच्च यत्र अभिधानं प्रवृत्तम् अतीन्द्रिये अपि अर्थे तदर्थे च प्रवर्तते प्रकाशनाय. सो अभिधान जहाँ प्रवृत्त होता है उसमें अतीन्द्रिय अभी अर्थे दोनों तदर्थे च प्रकाशनाय प्रवर्तते. इट विल बी फंक्शनल. बोथ थ्री थिंग्स. अतीन्द्रिय विषय का, इंद्रिय विषयों का, वाणी का विषय, ये तीन. वाणी को इंद्रियों में डाल दो तो अतीन्द्रिय इंद्रिय दोनों आ जाते हैं. सो प्रकाशनाय. नो यत्र च विज्ञानम तत्र वाचः प्रवृत्तिः. इज इट नॉट? Whatever is understood in the thought of the mind, about that the Vani can express. Yatra cha Vijnanam. Vijnanam is specified knowledge through some of the other parameters specified. So yatra cha Vijnanam tatra vacha pravrutti. Okay, tasmat. That is why the word saha used in that. Saha eva vang manasayoho avidhana pratyayoho pravrutti sarvatra. That is why Vani and Mana do the pravrutti together. The Vani Mana put together is called as Abhidhana and Pratyaya. Abhidhana is the word of the mouth, Pratyaya is the thought of the mind. So the mind's thought, word of the mouth, they together pravruttaha sarvatra function together. That Vani you may or may not express, but the thought of that Vani forms. The two things, the thought of the chair, and it is a chair, that word. The chair word comes in the mind, whether you utter it or not. Chair form and chair word comes. Is it not? आपने कुर्सी को देखा तो उसका फॉर्म बन गया अंदर. बट हाउ डू यू रिकॉग्नाइज वो फॉर्म क्या है? ओनली थ्रू द वर्ड चेयर. वेदर यू express it or not. When you express it becomes shabda. If you not express it is there in the form of the वृत्ति. तो द वस्तु का वृत्ति, वस्तु का नाम का वृत्ति दोनों मन में है. और नाम मानसिक नाम है, लेकिन वो भी नाम ही है. शब्द वाचिक मानसिक शब्द है वो. So vocally you say the outside. So therefore what is said here? Whether gross or subtle the Vani and the vritti of the mana, they go together. Shabdaha pratyaha, abhidhanaha pratyayoho, pravritti sarvatraha. तस्मत् सह एव भांग मनसयोहो अभिधान प्रत्ययोहो प्रवृत्ति सर्वत्र. इसलिए हर बार ये वाणी मन का प्रवृत्ति इकट्ठा होता है साथ में. That is why all this explanation? Why Shruti Mata said them together. यथो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य मनसा सह. सह क्यों बोला? अलग बोल सकते हैं ना. यथा वाचा न निवर्तन्ते, वाचा निवर्तन्ते, यथा मनः निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य. अलग बोल सकते हैं ना, बोल सकते हैं. पर दोनों का ऐसा जुगड़ा संबंध है. मन cannot be without वाणी, वाणी cannot be without mana. Therefore put together we are telling. यथो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य मनसा. Now तस्मात् from Brahma, Brahma Prakashanaya Sarvata Prayoktrubhi Prayuchamana Hapi Vachaha Yasmad Aprete Vishyad Navideyat Adrushyad Visheshanat Sahaiva Manasa Vijnanena Sarva Prakashana Samardhena Nivartante Tam Brahmana Anandam Shrotriyasya Avrujinasya Akamahatasya Sarva Eshana Virmaktasya Atma Bhutam विषय विषय संबंध विनिर्मुक्तम स्वाभाविकम नित्यम अविभक्तम परमानंदम ब्रह्मणः विद्वान यथोक्तेन विधिना न बिभेति कुतश्चन निमित्त अभावात्. Now see the one flow of the big sentence without a full stop there, summarizing entire the Brahma Jnana as given in Brahmananda Valli. The one full class required to fully explain it. Tomorrow we will enjoy it. Today what have we done? The literal meaning of the entire Anuvaka is explained through Bhashya. What is the meaning of the Brahman indicated so far we have heard? What is the function of the Vani we have heard? What is the function of the Mana we have heard? We have understood the Vani Mana go together. The together Vani Mana have gone to know the Brahman without knowing it. They both are returned. And that Brahman from where these two return is of this is Lakshanas. And this is Lakshana Brahma. The one who experiences as one's own self, he will have no fear from any other source. That fearlessness is liberation. And all that summary. Now, this is how the contemplation. An intellect which is sharp, subtle, freed from the clutches of mana and indriya pursuits alone can do contemplation. And in that contemplation, as we are understanding the truth deeply, going near to it, really that ananda goes on coming. Finally, when we discover the truth to be ourselves, अब उस आनंद का कोई ठिकाना ही नहीं. So let us try to seek it through the study. We'll stop it here. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you, friends. Come back in 2 minutes.